Good evening and welcome to Perry Park, where Brisbane Strikers host Redlands United on a night that could decide the FQPL 1 Queensland title. The Strikers sit top of the pile with Broadbeach United 2 points behind them. So the equation is really simple: win here, and if results go their way elsewhere, this could be a night the championship is settled. 11 straight league wins have carried them to the summit, and the belief around this famous old club is unmistaken. There is, of course, a lift before a ball is kicked as they have their talisman available. Matthew Thortell, the league's leading marksman, on 13 goals. He sat out that huge game against Broadbeach United, where Strikers managed to pull through without the skipper. He starts here to lead the line. Marcus Wellington returns from injury as well. He is on the bench. But behind Thortell in the goal scoring rankings, Odoro, Kambamba have 5 apiece, and Agichi and Chapness are both on 4. Well, Redlands United arrives 7th with 27 points and a habit of making life difficult. 3 straight draws. Caboolture, Robina City and Kapalaba tell you how hard they are to break down, while that 5-0 demolition of Ipswich shows what they can do when they click. Now, Graham Fivey does it with 5 first-team squad members sidelined through injury, but there is real experience in this group. Max Ellinger and Angus Broderick, they've each racked up more than 100 first-team appearances for the Red Devils. Well, Richard Chadcliffe is between the sticks, and behind that back 4 of Finlay Lockyer, Keogh, the captain, Ellinger and Broderick, they'll be very difficult to break down against this high-flying Strikers side. History says this is very rarely straightforward between the clubs. In the last 30 or so meetings, the Strikers have won 15-10, but the Red Devils are unbeaten against them in the last 2 now, including that 1-1 draw back in May. Well, my name is Alan Kroll, and you are live on FQTV as Strikers at home for the final league match of the season, final home league match of the season, in the sunshine. We will also keep you up to date with the match between Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Broadbeach United. And of course, kicking off in just a minute or 2. The result there has a huge bearing on where this title will go. Broadbeach United, well, they were on top and they looked like the side with the ascendancy coming here. But Strikers winning it in the most dramatic of fashions by 2-1. Such a tight title race. Robertson leaves it a little bit short, but it's Real who takes over. There's Champness. And to get the byline, playing it all the way across. It is punched away, not far enough though. And in the end, it's volleyed over. Good early opportunity for Brisbane Strikers. And Champness doing exactly what he does so well, taking on his man. Good delivery as well, forcing Chagislan to punch clear. And it was Breda just firing over in the end. Well, it has been a little bit of an inconsistent season. Redlands United have shown on many occasions that they are hard to break down and can score goals. Of course, without the 5 first-team players, it is going to be difficult tonight. Here's Champness looking to take on his man. That'll be a little foul on Lockyer there. Redlands United get to relieve the pressure. Well, it has been a beautiful Sunday here in Brisbane, as the sun just beginning to start making its way down over Perry Park. It is perfect temperature to play football as well. Thurtell chasing that down, does really well. Thurtell, Redlands United not quite able to clear. Here he is again. Rio. Breda just trying to use his pace, and it is intelligently defended from Keogh, the Red Devils captain. Scored 5 goals this season, Keogh, for Redlands United, which is very good for a defender. Pick does come all the way through. Melvin Tong initially trying to control it, just come out to that side to Christie, but is out of play. Brisbane Strikers will take over. It'll be interesting these early spell of the game as Brisbane Strikers will look to try and put a little bit of pressure on Redlands United. It's up to them just to try and stay in it during that early pressure and try and just hit Strikers on the counter. Or try and pounce on a mistake. That's a good ball here to Breda. Got Adoro on the overlap. Breda ups to go back to Rio. And now it's with Duncan. Here's Rio again. Robertson. Duncan. Back with Harrison. Across here to Sun. Into Breda. Adoro. This is good from Strikers. Adoro just giving away the ball at the exact moment. Harrison should collect this one for Strikers though. Immediately trying to get Brisbane Strikers on that front foot, but the pass is a little bit wayward and it ends up going out of play. There's Christie doing really well, looking to get across here, and his numbers forward. It does come back across, and it was a big chance for Paxton. He couldn't bring it under control, and in the end, that chance goes begging. It was Christie initially just cushioning it forward. Nella tries to get it back across, but it's not well controlled from Paxton, who tries to support. The offside flag is up in the end. And that's a danger that Redlands United can possess on the counter. Especially you got a player like Paxton in the box. He'll be a bit disappointed that wasn't able to take more with that. Because Redlands United will really need to take those type of chances. London goal for Brisbane Strikers. Here's Harrison looking to pull his side forward. Duncan just keeping the game flowing. Is with Sun. Adoro. Rio coming short. Duncan there as well. Adoro under pressure from Paxton. Finds Duncan. Brisbane Strikers did really well under a bit of press there. Out it comes here to Champness. Champness always looking to take on his man, and it is well defended. Lockyer. It's going to be a difficult night for Lockyer against Champness. Just can't allow him too much time on the ball. Vice captain. Here's Adoro. Adoro gives it away. Can Redlands hit them on the counter? It's Paxton. Lovely turn from Paxton. Tries to switch it across, but no real option. It's back with Adoro. Breda, it's a loose 1-2. And Redlands have a few numbers forward here. There's Nella. Tries to get the ball in the box, and Redlands have to get back quickly. Melvin Tong chasing it down. It is intercepted though. Have a little change. Goes back to Tong, who fishes it through, and that will be offside. You can hear the frustration coming from the Brisbane Strikers bench here, just how easily they give up possession. It's twice now Redlands United just not quite able to make something of that. Adoro smartly stepping forward though for Strikers, just putting Redlands players offside. Here's Thortel. 6 minutes played in the other match. It is 0-0 between Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Broadbeach United. Of course, if things stay the way they are, it will go down to the final game. Wanderers have been a tough side to beat this season. Here's Harrison. Rio coming really short there. Rio likes to be the man to create the chances. Here he is once more. Redlands looking to counter if they can get the ball out on this side. Again, it comes here to Paxton, but it will be pulled back for that foul. Redlands try to launch a quick counter attack on this pitch. Just a little bit of a coming together there, referee playing the advantage. Redlands have possession. It is, I guess, Broderick. And Keogh, the captain. Back to Broderick. Chagislan. Ellinger. Christie does really well. Christie, Lockyer on the overlap there, and he just loses out. Don't think he got the shout behind him. Strikers regain the ball. Duncan back to Harrison. It has seemed to be a little bit of a nervy opening 10 minutes here at Perry Park. Redlands United quite happy just to sit behind the ball, but as soon as they get that, they win the ball back, they go straight into a 4-3-3 formation. Tries to get up the park as quickly as possible against the Strikers, but you can see here they're very much a 4-5-1 without the ball. It's Keogh. Duncan. Adoro. That's Thompson coming across to his defensive duties. Here's Duncan. He's back with Sun. Champness with it. He's back to Sun here, and he's a player very comfortable on the ball. There's been a few times this season where he's been able to score from distance as he wins a free kick there of Thompson. He's a real asset for Brisbane Strikers, just having that comfortable player on the ball. Rio. Tortel gets it back there. I don't think it was exactly what he was after. Hudson in the middle, saying nothing in that. There's Sun. Duncan. Back to Harrison. Rio. Miller. Rio looking for some movement here just to try and break Redlands United down as they stand tall. Oh, 2 wins in the last 6 for Redlands United. It was that massive 5-0 win over Ipswich, which was certainly a highlight for the club this season. Breda trying to get to the byline, does well, gets it across, but isn't able to keep it in. Brisbane Strikers just really struggling to break Redlands United down at the moment. So far, so good for the away side. There's Harrison. There's Duncan on this near side. Breda, Adoro. Looking to get into the box, but just slightly escapes him there. Is soon under a bit of pressure here from Nella. Redlands put a bit of pressure on them as Harrison takes a massive heavy touch there. The return pass looking for Melvin Tong, and again they just slightly overhit it. Just lacking just that little bit of quality in the final third there. Redlands United do well to put the press on. There's Duncan to Sun. Back with Duncan. Here's Adoro. Duncan just does so well to keep the ball moving around, and Strikers little change of pace here from Robertson. Robertson got options to his right and left. It does come to Breda. Breda back onto that left foot, thought about shooting. It's a heavy pass, but it does almost make its way to Champness. Thompson will be a bit disappointed with that pass. Is Rio. Duncan. Way to Christie. Redlands just trying to get a little bit of the foot in the ball. Zellinger looks to go long. Harrison a bit slow on the uptake, and he ends up fouling Nella, and that's exactly what Redlands United are looking for. There's a chance just to get some of their bodies forward now. Just about Harrison just a little bit slow. I thought he had more time than he did. Will be a left-footed delivery. That doesn't beat Rio. Broderick and Redlands have to be a bit careful here because they have a few numbers forward. Czechoslovakia in the end just putting it out to touch. Well, no goals in either game. Kicked off at 4 o'clock tonight in the FQPL 1. Sunshine Coast Wanderers, Broadbeach United still goalless. Strikers looking to try and take lead here. Here's Rio. I think that was a switch of play. Breda to Adoro. Adoro out to Breda. Looks back inside, always looking to check onto that left foot. Breda does manage to get through. Rio, Thurtell. Higichi floats it in. Champness was the target there as Redlands United standing firm for the moment. Duncan. Still Rio on the turn, and the shot will produce the first real save of the match here at Perry Park. Good play, Brisbane strikers, always looking to try and play their way through Redlands. Duncan winning that. It's Thompson. Thompson does manage to get across to Keogh, and he will win the free kick again, and Thompson tries to take quickly. He's looking for Christie. Certainly was a foul. Redlands is looking to try and keep Brisbane strikers in this half. It's Champness. Loses out. Paxton. Paxton and Redlands just trying to come away with it here, and they do so nicely. There's Keogh. Gets away from Adoro's 3 players around him here. Eventually Redlands just crowded out, and strikers now have to try and attack quickly. Brader. United about a little bit slow here to get back. Thurtell. He just plays it behind there as Agichi. Back to Brader, ball just bobbling on the surface. Adoro. Redlands United really quick to get back into their shape there. Paxton. Forced up. There's Nilla. Paxton and Nilla. Right from Champness. I guess Broderick will just launch out of play. Brisbane strikers will have it. It's always just that bit frantic when Redlands United get the ball. Strikers trying to get possession back as quickly as possible. What a little touch that is from Rio. A little bit of magic from the midfield maestro. Redlands United do have it back. Just. It's Keogh. Melvin Tong just trying to play that ball into Nella. Not quite coming off for them so far. Here's Adoro. Here's with Duncan, ex-New Zealand youth player, the Brisbane strikers midfielder. Here's Adoro. Champness. Back with Adoro. Rio tries to turn, loses out. Referee happy to play on, but strikers back to their feet here. Rio. Lovely switch of play. Ichi tries to bring it down, but it's just a little bit overhit from Rio. And now Redlands United looking to try and hit them on the counter, but it is well defended. Will soon come across there. Well played for Brisbane strikers to get back after losing the ball. Redlands United not able to hit them on the counter. Christie, Lockyer. It's Ellinger with Broderick. It's Keogh. Broderick. It's Keogh. 1-2 here. He gets it back there. Champness chasing him down. Here's Agichi. Cool under pressure. And it back to his number one. 20 minutes played. He has about 2 minutes played at Perry Park. It is still goalless. There's Adoro. Bit scrappy there from the right back. And Duncan intercepts well. Melvin Tong just trying to catch Brisbane strikers on the counter. Here's Champness looking to make something happen. Will they change of place from Champness, and he brings down the winger, and that will be the first yellow card of the night. Well, it's the first time Champness has really gotten away from his man. He struggled on that far side, but he uses his pace this time. really forcing the captain into the foul. And this is a really good position for Brisbane strikers. The left foot of Gucci standing over this. You'd have thought it might have been Rio to take, but Higuchi might actually fancy the shot here from this position. Gucci does actually float it in, and Vartel was relatively unmarked there too. Robertson. Oh, it's a strong tackle from Lockyer. Redlands looking to go on the counter. Christie's got a bit of pace about him. Christie, can he keep it in? You got Nell in the middle, the only support for the moment. Christie, and he overhits the pass into the box, but again, Redlands United showing what they can do on the counter. Christie has the pace. They're so quick to go forward. Redlands just needed more options when he got to that position. Here's Sun. Out to Champness. Adoro trying to be a man ahead of him. Here's Robertson. That's not a good pass back to Rio, just loses the momentum. Duncan. Harrison. Rio, Duncan. Space for Duncan. Robertson. Out to Champness. Adoro making the run ahead of him. Champness back onto that left foot of his. Adoro. Adoro does well. Champness looking for the 1-2. Does come back with them. Gucci tries to let fly. Rio will opt to let fly himself. Still Redlands just standing in their way. Bodies on the line for the Red Devils. Higuchi. It will be floated in, and it goes all the way through and out for a Redlands goal kick. As the strikers just trying to find their way through this strong Redlands United defence. And just floating the ball into the box. Nothing coming of that. We've seen Champness there cutting back on the left foot. He does that so well. We've seen just recently here against Broadbeach United when he on that right side onto his left foot and coolly put it into the bottom corner. He'd love to do the same here tonight. There's Robertson. Here is Champness. Champness onto that left foot. It's a bit of frustration from him. Champness, Adoro. Adoro just off balance as he tries to float that into the box. He's so quick, Adoro. Yeah, you could just tell he was never really going to get his foot round that. One of the most influential players for Brisbane strikers, Adoro. So pivotal to how they like to play. A lot of width, Brisbane strikers. As we approach 27 minutes at Perry Park, the home of football in Queensland. We are goalless. Well, I think so far Graham Fyvie will be absolutely delighted with his side's performance. The Red Devils playing one of the best sides Well, the two best sides in the league, and so far have competed very well with strikers. Here's Champness now, looking to drive Brisbane strikers on. Robertson just inside him. There's Champness. Here's Adoro. It's back with them. Rio again with it. Duncan. Adoro. Adoro. And just takes one touch too many, and Thompson. And here will do, from a Red Devils point of view. Christie does really well here. Before just giving possession right back to Brisbane strikers. There's Aguchi. There's Bassoon. Duncan. Still Champness. That was a late goal in the first 45 minutes against Broadbeach, and a late goal in the second 45 minutes. So Broadbeach United are a side that never stop. A handball there on Adoro. It's Keogh. Broderick. Back to his keeper. Oh, it's given away here. And this is a right good chance. Rio onto his left foot. Oh, it's a well saved from Chagislan. Redlands United giving it away. Brisbane strikers trying to punish them. Comes to Rio. You thought he might just let fly on his right foot here. Turns onto his left. Good goalkeeping. That was a right chance for Brisbane strikers. Here's Adoro. Strikers looking to try and come alive here. Adoro gets by Paxton with his strength. It goes back across. Touched onto the bar. And somehow Lockyer is able to run away with it now here for Redlands United as they try and get up the park, but there's no one ahead of him. He slips twice on the surface before strikers have it back. Gucci. Thottel. Trying to get it back to Rio. Gucci. Digs it in. Adoro. Paxton and Keogh somehow. Redlands United get it away, and they look to try and counter. Nella got no real options with them. There's Keogh. Back to Broderick. Brisbane strikers starting to just turn the screw a little more. Oh, there is a little injury. I think it's Lockyer who's down. He did fall twice just moments ago when Redlands United were trying to launch a counter against Brisbane strikers. He is feeling his calf, and it will just give Brisbane strikers a chance here to just regroup and chat about things. Redlands United, I think, are doing as best they can at the moment. Sitting in deep, frustrating Brisbane strikers. Just hoping they can just get that one moment on the counter. Haven't had anything of yet. But half an hour played here at Perry Park, the home of football in Queensland. Brisbane Strikers' final home league match of the season. We are goalless on FQTV, but make sure you like and subscribe to FQTV, the Football Queensland YouTube channel, and you can watch all the live action from the big games across Queensland. With only a few games remaining in the league. We've already had the league decided in the NPL with Lions taking it, closely followed by Peninsula Power. It's a very tight title race. But it's looking like the division below, FQPL 1, will head to the final day if things stay the way they are. Still an hour of football left to be played in this game, and we'll see how the game. So Certainly a lot of time to decide things. Striker's only defeat of the season so far has been against Broadbeach, and vice versa as well. Broadbeach scoring very late to beat Strikers in their home game before Strikers did the exact same last time out. They showed their powers with the closely fought win over St George as well. There's a little slip from Sun. Duncan will get us going. Higuchi is with Rio. Still Higuchi. Robertson. Duncan looking for it. Christie getting the block in, and it is just Lockie has gone down again here. I think he might need to be taken off. Might look for a change for Redlands United. It's yet another injury to add to that growing injury list. Lockie have been forced off the park. Is Hodgson forcing him off there? And just for the moment, it will be Redlands United down to 10 minutes. 10 men, sorry. Duncan. Keogh. Adoro. Keogh fighting for it. There's Keogh. Melvin Tong. Duncan bursting to get back. We're out now with Christie. There's that little ball forward. And the ball playing across is blocked. Strikers now with it. Here's Rio. Harrison winning it. Champness flicking it on. Rio coming a bit short there. The fiery Italian. Certainly not shy of a tackle or two. Rio. He is technically very talented, but also very happy to battle in that middle of the park. Champness. There's Rio again. Lovely little turn, and he looses Robertson. Robertson looking for some support here. Adoro. Back it goes to Duncan. There's Rio coming short. Tortel. And a flinker over the top. Champness will keep this alive. 4 strikers. Champness somehow gets it back across goal. Thompson clears. Robson happy to see it out for a throw. The strikers just trying to get a goal before half time. Fadoro. Now Rio. Rio is just so hard to mark. Melvin Tong trying to stay close with him. Duncan is back with him. Here's Duncan. Adoro looking for it in a switch. There's Higuchi. Cross, it is punched away. Adoro tries to keep it alive again. Another big save from the Redlands number 1. And there was a substitution made from Redlands United as Jack has come onto the park for Lockyer, as Lockyer isn't able to continue. Certainly is a player that can be troublesome. Hugh Jack, 3 goals this season. Which isn't too bad for a side middle to bottom of the table. Robertson. That was Jack. Jack just catching Robertson off the ball there. Hodgson just trying to calm things down there, the referee. I think Jack just a little bit frustrated, so many bodies on him. Good referee in there from the man in the middle. Real to take now. Duncan is Rio. Adoro. Adoro onto his left foot. But Rio for company. Rio still going. Good cheat. Robertson. Adoro if he can keep her alive, and it is. I think turned round from Thompson, and it will be a corner kick here for Brisbane Strikers. When they get clicking, it does look very nice, Brisbane Strikers. Smart pass from Robertson. Adoro just managing to win the corner kick. Will be the left foot delivery of Oguchi here for Strikers. They'd love to score now. Oguchi is it right on top of Chagazlan with the clearance. It is Breda, and he's never going to trouble the keeper with that. And he went for the spectacular. It's not a bad delivery of Oguchi. Some more pressure on the keeper. Don't think that was quite what Breda was looking for. Here's Jack. Adoro for company. There's Thortel. Robertson. Back with Thortel. Zero, who just launching it up. There's Nella with it. Soon plays it back to Madela. Adoro. Soon tries to force it long. The game is a little bit stretched here. Adoro getting a fortunate touch there as Jack turning it out of play. Strikers will have it back as Redlands United still yet to register a real attempt on target. Here's Jack. So many players on him there, Jack. Not a whole lot he could have done. He's with Champness. It is Duncan. Here's Robertson. Thortel peeling away. Still Robertson. Just puts his foot on the ball and slows the game down, and it is just allowing Redlands United to get back into that defensive shape, and it's back to Brisbane Strikers just trying to move them around. There's Breda. Angle delivery, and that will be easily collected. So far, so good for Redlands. to Jack. There's Hugh Jack. Tries to turn and shoot, and it's shot on target is Mudler. Forced into a save. Certainly only one thing on his mind there, the substitute. Picks it up, turns away from Champness and Duncan. Finds a wee bit of room to have a shot. As Broderick was Bizarro. Neela, this is a lot better. Christie got Broderick making overlap and run. Tries to float it in towards Jack, and it's just a wayward ball into the box in the end. A couple of little intricate passing plays from Redlands United. Jack trying to peel his way on that back post. Christie unable to find him. There's Sun. Champness. Adoro. Jack. Adoro losing possession. A time now here for Redlands. Melvin Tong. Oh, he just tries to find Broderick on the overlap, and now this is where Brisbane Strikers have to try and pounce quickly. It is Breda. Up to Rio. Rio got Thortell in the middle. Champness screaming for it across the field of play. Comes across it, should fall to Champness, back onto his left foot. Keogh does so well to defend there as Adoro. Champness actually fouling. I think Champness probably should just try to take it on his right foot. Obviously not his favourite side, but just cutting back onto his left, just allowed Redlands United's defenders to get in a position, block the shot. This Harrison just coming right through Nella. And right on the stroke here of half time, there's a free kick in a relatively good position for Redlands United. I think it's the most forward free kick they've had in this first half. Certainly throwing a few bodies forward, the away side. Might be the right foot here, Thompson. Might be something off the training ground for Redlands United. It is Thompson to take here. Thompson, and he just... probably not exactly what they're after there, Redlands United. Thompson looked like he was looking for the disguised run at the back post. There's Mudler. Here's Harrison. Gucci. Nice to find Tortel. It's intercepted from Thompson. And Hodgson blows the halftime whistle here at Perry Park. And after 45 minutes, it is Redlands United who go in happy, the two sides. Halftime here, Brisbane Strikers 0, Redlands United 0.
Excellence. Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire, the care we give. At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Future game is changing, and so it's really important for us to understand that we're not developing players for the here and now, it's for the future.
It's extremely important to have an identity as a state. There's some key characteristics that we identified as being really important to Queensland players. The first one is creative, which refers to a player's technical ability, their base level technique and their X factor qualities. Second is courageous, how players influence the game, their levels of effort, their absolute desire displayed on the pitch. And then there's competitive, so their winning mentality, and that's got nothing to do with winning games. And that's a never say die effort, which is a hallmark of Queensland players in the past and something we want to continue to preserve.
That sort of frames everything we look for in a Queensland player. It's really important for every fan of every club, for every member, for every player to understand what it means to be a Queenslander, lean into the nature of the Queensland spirit. I think this is the most exciting time for youth development in a long time in Australia. We've seen so many young Queenslanders move on to bigger and better things. We've seen so much national team representation, and we've seen a massive shift in terms of the focus on youth development in a professional sort of setting within the A-Leagues. So if you're a young Queenslander, it's our job at Football Queensland to ensure that we're giving every opportunity to players to reach that stage and support talent wherever it may be to reach the higher echelons of the game.
I think football was always my thing, yeah. I just loved it. Yeah. I love being a part of the team and I love winning. Yeah. I played for Warriors in Townsville and it was really good and I learnt a lot and I felt like I was just having fun. I was really nervous at first because I'd played against these girls all growing up. Like I'd always been in the Townsville team, they'd been in the Metro teams, and I was really nervous because I didn't know whether I was good enough or whether I was just like overreaching. With the right support and the right coaching and the right programs to be identified, like carnivals, you can definitely get spotted and you can do it. From there, it's just how much you want it, really. The Queensland State Team program has helped me believe in myself because a lot of the time when I don't believe in myself, I don't perform as well, and that's probably what's let me down. Off the field, I'd say just like becoming a better person and more mature and friendly and outgoing, and I feel like helped me bring me out of my shell, I guess, yeah. I feel really, really grateful and really honoured that I've been selected and that I've been seen and identified to be good enough to play, just to have the opportunity to play in front of national team coaches, and I just feel like super confident, super eager. It's really good to see my kind of progression from not making it at all to making it. The Queensland State Team program can really help push you into the A-League teams, the Premier League teams, the Matildas representing your country, and that's something that I aspire to do. I think just the level of coaching and the intensity and playing in a better team definitely makes you a better player, and you kind of understand what you have to do to get to that level, and it's, yeah, really good.
How do I feel this time? One straight off.
Welcome back for the second 45 minutes here at Perry Park. It was a frustrating opening 45 minutes for Brisbane Strikers. They did start to show a little more signs towards the end of the half, but so did Redlands United. They will be proud of that opening 45 minutes. They sat in and they frustrated Brisbane Strikers. As we run away for the second half here. Of course, it is goalless between Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Broadbeach United as well. A draw there with a win here tonight from Brisbane Strikers will be enough for them to be crowned the league champions. Or premiers, you say. Redlands United are really making hard work of this for Brisbane Strikers. Just has to be a bit quicker. Pass to Brader is a little bit too short. There's Aguchi. Up to Brader. Got Aguchi on the overlap. Comes into Robertson. Aguchi. Fires it in well. Fartel was the target. Headed away from Thompson. Here's Duncan. Gucci. Duncan again, Brader. Brisbane Strikers looking to start this second half with a little bit more intensity. Duncan. Brader tries to get that in. It's towards the back post. Champness. Adoro. Champness floats it in. Fartel, who's been relatively quiet from his standards, the league top goal scorer. Champness and Adoro not quite linking up. Here is Hugh Jack. Jack just trying to do it all on his own here, Jack, and he does really well. Here's Jack. Oh, he just wasn't able to find Melvin Tong. Number 6 just inside him there too. There's Balazaro. Now Broderick. He's back with Balazaro. There's Keogh. Jack Keogh making a run ahead of him. Keogh brave enough to adventure forward here. Instead Melvin Tong. Shot blocked by Sun. Here's Christie. Gucci. Broderick. This is nice play here from Redlands United. There's that pass trying to find Christie. Harson with the clearance. Redlands still keeping it there, but Gucci gets rid of it. And just for the moment, it is Brisbane Strikers' turn to defend here. And Hugh Jack turning that into a corner kick for Redlands United. And this is certainly the best spell of the entire game. Redlands are starting this half a little bit more bravery. It's Thompson over this one. Melvin Tong coming across short. And just give it away as Rio takes over and he looks to launch Brisbane Strikers. It's Brader with his pace. Robertson screaming for it. Robertson has it here. It is Robertson for Strikers and he's just not able to put enough behind it. Oh, you can feel the frustration from Robertson here. Pass is hit nicely. First touch just escapes him. That would have taken a lot to beat Chagislan in goals there. It was almost just as Redlands United just playing their best spell of football. Strikers so closely. Catching them on the counter. Here's Jack. With Keogh. Rio trying to come and win it. Lazaro. Here's Christie. Back with Broderick. Ellinger. Ellinger. Call from Broderick there just to keep the ball from Redlands. Ellinger. Back to his keeper. Robertson. Here's Christie. Tries to return it to Melvin Tong, but it's Duncan who gets back to win it. Cucino Robertson. Here's Duncan. Lovely turn from Rio, just shifting away from Christie. Higuchi. Rio to his left here, Higuchi. It is with Rio. Always looking to try and be positive. Duncan. Breda just couldn't quite get there. Paxton clears. And here's Jack. He's been really lively since coming on, Jack. It's been quite a good change from a Redlands point of view. Here's Nella. Jack, if he can get there, he does just really well. Christie. Melvin Tong might fancy the shot there, and it just goes by the post. Mudler not happy with the striker's defence there. Once it comes out here to Melvin Tong, Chris just lays it to him, and Brisbane strikers, everybody stood off him. Why not have a go? Couple of warning signs for Brisbane strikers. Here's Rio. Champness out on the right side. Looks for a Doro on the overlap. Martel asking for it in the box here. Doro comes short here to Champness. There's Duncan. Back with Rio. And Rio might look to have a go. Looking for the 1-2. Does come back to Champness, and it's pushed away. As Thompson comes across to man mark Champness. There's a Doro. Champness lays it back to Rio. Robertson tries to take that touch. Champness will float it in. There's Brady at the back post. Oh, it's just by the post too. Another fine move from Brisbane strikers. There's a teasing delivery as Breda just gets away there from Broderick. Broderick just thinking it's going by the post. What an opportunity for Brisbane strikers. Both sides now having decent opportunities. The second half certainly coming more alive. Lazaro was taken out. Robertson. That's taken quickly though. Adoro wants to get the ball back there. Adoro bursting into the box. Tries to pick out Thortel. There's Keogh. Melvin Tong. Here's Sun to Harrison. Gucci. Breda. Let's look up to Thortel. Just escaping Rio. Here comes Jack. Jack, a couple players on him here. Hugh Jack. Once again, as he tries to get it into the box, I thought he might have won a corner there, but it's like he just knocked the ball out of play. The striker's quick to play it though. Cheese throw to Thurtell. Robertson. Trying to push forward, Ellinger. Does really well. Duncan and Christie battling for a good sheet. The first time ball, not really on the same wavelength there as Thurtell, trying to return from offside position. Graham Fivey will be absolutely delighted with how his side are playing at the moment. Although Rio's in behind here. Rio back to Breda, and the ball just bobbles as it comes to him. That's another bite at the cherry there for Breda. And just that quick throw. Rio catching Redlands United off guard here. Tries to play it across to Breda. The ball just bobbling. A couple of times he's knocked that ball into the sky. Graham Fivey got a wealth of experience coaching the youngsters and bringing players on. Plus a former professional football player as well. He certainly has had a long association with Redlands United as the technical director for a time as well. Was in the books at Celtic as a professional footballer. Champness finds Adoro. There's Thompson with it. Keogh. Melvin Tong. Redlands United taking the foul all day as we aren't too far away from the hour mark here at Perry Park. The game certainly sparked to life at the start of the second half. Both sides having real good chances to pull in front. Here's Thompson. Ellinger. Keogh to Jack. Doro watching it all day long there. Keogh back to the ever experienced Thompson. Tigers lying. Robertson. Here's Broderick. Ellinger. Broderick and Ellinger just sort of shifting that centre back and right back position. Here's Rio. Champness looking for it. Breda takes over. Again, over the bar it goes. He's just not able to keep it down. Certainly hit a lot of pace in that one there as it comes to him. Champness just wanting that little cushion to him, and he just gets in the way, I think, as well as Breda. That was our good chance here at Perry Park. Still goalless here. And is goalless in the other game as well. Certainly will be good for MPL to have Brisbane Strikers back in that top division, as Robertson again not able to get enough to Breda. Perry Park, such a good venue to come play your football. It's Keogh to Thompson. Lazaro comes short. Jack just trying to play the ball quickly in behind to Christie. Is with Robertson here. Into Rio. Rio just caught there from Lazaro. It's looking like a couple of changes are going to be made for Brisbane strikers as they look to try and get that all-important goal. Champness hasn't quite been as effective in that position as he has been so often for Brisbane strikers. He comes off, and I think it will be Kai Flemington who will come on into that role. Early ball in, Thortel immediately. Rio tries to get onto it. There too. Zadoro with it. The other change, it looks like, is Sun has made way in that centre-back role as well, and Hooper has come on for him. There's 2 changes to be made for strikers. Zadoro tries to get the back line. It will be a different sort of option for Brisbane strikers going forward, having Kai Flemington there. Certainly is of similar mould to Thortel up top, but has maybe a little bit more pace. We've seen how effective he can be from the bench, Flemington. Certainly is one to watch as the Aussie youngster. Good cheat. Robertson does well to win it. Rio. Shifts and turns. It comes to Harrison. Harrison just been so controlled in this game. Great ball out wide. Here's Brader again. Brader checks onto that right foot. Tries to go near post and almost spilled from the keeper. Thortel just hanging in there. Gets a good ball out to Brader. Brader with all the confidence in the world to shimmy back onto his right foot. Tries to catch the goalkeeper off guard. Robertson. Paxton not with the best of clearances. Kai Flemington. It is Flemington on a near post! And the substitute might just have done it for Brisbane strikers. We said he may have an impact, and he most certainly has done here. Kai Flemington on his left foot. He just does it so often. And the young man comes off the bench to settle the nerves from Brisbane strikers. And boy, did Brisbane strikers need that. Redlands United seemed a lot more comfortable in the second half. Kai Flemington stepping forward. Well, now it is still 0-0 between Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Broadbeach United, so Flemington's goal might be the goal that wins this title race for strikers. Well, we're waiting for a little bit of magic. He's only on the park for just a matter of minutes, the youngster. Here he is, Flemington. Finds Adoro, and suddenly Brisbane strikers tails it up now. Adoro looking for Brader at the back post. Brader knocks it back in. It's punched away. Adoro tries to keep it. Keogh down the line. Christie tries to turn, and Robertson will take it. Well, huge scoreline. Sunshine Coast Wanderers have just taken the lead against Broadbeach United. Just on the hour mark there. It is Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1, Broadbeach United 0. Well, they have to come from behind to win there. There's Adoro, Thortel, Flemington finds Brader. Brader tries to go again. He's just really coming off for him tonight. Brader, that's 4 chances he's hasn't able to do anything with. Flemington out to him. He's still got the confidence to try and check back onto that right foot. Harrison. Up to Breda. Robertson. There's Rio. It's important for Redlands United that they don't drop their heads here. There's Rio. Nice little touch there. There's Miller. Melvin Tong. Broderick. Now Hugh Jack. Away from man, gets it across, and it was a right chance there as it looked to have fallen for Paxton, I think it was. And now suddenly from one end to the other, here comes Adoro. Lots of energy, Adoro. Tartel with the 1-2. Adoro got Breda at the back post. Surely this time Breda tries to take the touch. Flemington's there though. Here's Breda. Breda! Good save. Chagislan punching it wide. Corner kick does come in quickly. Tartel, Robertson. Thompson clears. Hooper. Strikers looking to put this game to bed. Saguchi. Rio. Harrison. There's Breda. Saguchi. Breda to Gucci again. Rio. Nicely touched there from Rio. Breda. Again, they come back here. Back to go forward is Hooper. A little bit overhit on its way through to Breda. Redlands United have it back. Well, I just think in a matter of weeks ago, Brisbane Strikers were second in the league table. And for a moment in that game against Broadbeach United, it didn't look like they were a goal behind as well. Looked like they were even further behind in the league title race. And they've done so well to turn this around. And they look to have won it with a game to spare. That's another change being made. 4 strikers, I think it is. Breda, who is the man to come off. Certainly had a few good opportunities. Redlands United also looking to make their changes as well. Redlands United looking to get back in this game. Noguchi. Robertson. Thurtell. Got Flemington in behind him. Thompson. We'll see off the presence of Thurtell. Noguchi just misjudging that clearance. We'll kick it out into a touch. Oh, the Japanese winger turned left back. There's a chance of the shot. I tell you what, wasn't too far away. Fukuda coming off the bench, just firing just over the bar. Be a little bit more braver here. Bush. Bush, one of the under 23 players making an appearance tonight. And it's Kai Flemington to well and truly put this game away. It's Kai Flemington! Was there ever any doubt at all? He comes off the bench to score 2 now. What a ball this is from Rio. The assist is tremendous. His pace in behind. And it is Kai Flemington. Brisbane Strikers are on their way. It is a performance from Kai Flemington worthy of any title, that is for sure. Really difficult to see how Strikers or Redlands are going to score by that matter in that first half. I'll tell you, that's Kai Flemington's made a huge impact to the second half. He's been a little bit more dynamic. He's Melvin Tong. Just escapes. Run there for Kuda. Here's Fukuda. Pass just escaping Nella. Oh, how about this? Sunshine Coast Wanderers are now 2 goals to the good. As well, Broadbeach United 2-0 down. This will surely be the title wrapped up now. Brisbane Strikers back into the NPL, and they will do it top of the tree going into finals football. It has been such a good season for Brisbane Strikers. So close to doing something last year, but just falling at the final hurdles. Brisbane Strikers, but this year they've been absolutely second to none in the league. Only 1 defeat in the entire league season coming against Broadbeach United. "20 minutes to go for Broadbeach United to try and work a miracle. Brisbane Strikers, it's like they're en route here unless Redlands United also do something with the remaining time as Jack plays it back to Thompson. So looking for Broderick. They're just kicking it out into touch. There's Hugh Jack, does well against Adoro. Here's Harrison. Let's work quickly as Adoro playing a more advanced position. Rio to return it to Adoro. Keogh not letting them have it all so easily. 15 minutes left here to be played. 15 minutes. Brisbane Strikers looking to be the premiers. Flemington on a hat-trick here. Of course he's going to shoot. It's not properly cleared. And it's buried. That will sum it up. Higuchi makes it 3 for Brisbane Strikers. And with 3, that is game over. Brisbane Strikers surely from here are the premiers. Higuchi is such an important aspect of this season, and he really deserves a goal from the way he's played throughout this entire league season. The assists and his defensive steal, the Japanese left back. He's been a real asset to Brisbane Strikers, and that is his 5th league goal of the season from that position. And Brisbane Strikers have blown Redlands United away in the second half. It really is amazing that goals certainly change games. Redlands United weren't doing too badly at all when Kai Flemington scored the opener. Chagislan. Rio tries to win it. There's Shijak. Not enough options ahead of him. Flemington flicks it on. Adoro takes over here, but Thompson as well to do his defensive duties. It's been a tough sort of last half hour for Thompson. Is Rio. Nella, he slips and it is Niori. He also gets pulled back. The referee happy to give a free kick for that. Well, double for Kai Flemington. Good sheet. With the third, Brisbane Strikers 3-0 up as we approach the final 10 minutes here at Perry Park. There's a delivery. Chagislan will collect that. Well, it is the biggest moment of the season for Brisbane Strikers, and they needed big players to step forward, and it comes from young Kai Flemington. Broderick playing it back to his keeper. Here's Adoro. Into Rio. Rio has been a real handful. Certainly in the second half at least. Keogh got Adoro for company. Here's Rio, brings it down, got Robertson to his left, comes to Robertson. Magici asking for it. Does come to him, Magici. Tries to float that in. There's Niori. He'll keep the ball ticking along. Still with Niori. Harrison. Harrison running into a little bit of trouble, does well. Here's Thortel. Rio. He's going to fancy a crack here, Rio. I'll tell you, you can certainly have a goal like that when you're 3-0 up there. Comes to the midfield maestro. Italian Stallion. Opted to have a goal there from range. Just could keep it down. I scored a number of goals from that distance in his time, but he's not troubling the keeper at all there. Redlands United making another final change. Here's Thompson, who makes way. He certainly had a right good go at it there. Or rather, Thompson's been given some instructions from the bench. As it is Chamberlain who comes onto the park. I think that will mean Christie has come off for Redlands United. Here's Rio. Out to Harrison. Noguchi. Back to Harrison. Redlands just stepping a little bit further forward now. They try something out this game for the away side. Doro. Doro looking for it back there. There's Broderick with the interception. Here's Thompson. Harrison does enough, finds Rio. Niori being told just to drive, finds Adoro. Neo on the overlap. Let's take on Jack, does really well, Niori. And Broderick will put that behind for a corner kick. Brisbane Strikers looking to do this in some style here. That's a good save from Chavslan. Kai Flemington looking for his hat-trick. A little pull will give Redlands United the free kick. There's Niori. Rio. Here's Thortel looking to get on the act. There's Thortel. Noguchi. Turned round for yet another corner for Brisbane Strikers. So selfless from Thortel. As he gets here, you just think he might just have a go. Best of balls from Rio. Certainly would expect Spectre from the midfielder there. Here he is, Robertson. Kai Flemington looking to possibly turn provider. Robertson, Flemington looking to get it back, but that will be picked up from Chamberlain. It's Keogh. Broadbeach United have pulled one back. It's now 2-1. With 9 minutes to play there. That's a little bit late there on Robertson. As he will take the free kick. Certainly hasn't given up on anything at all tonight, Robertson. Just beats his opposite number, Ellinger. The ball slightly. Here's Adoro. Standing over this free kick for Brisbane Strikers. 5 minutes to go here at Perry Park. Adoro to take. Looks towards that far post. Flemington knocks it back in towards Thurtell, and it is Chagislan, just so brave, gets up and collects it. Lazaro put in a lot of trouble there from his keeper. Niori, Flemington. Here's Rio. Harrison. Niori. Harrison with it. Higuchi. Strikers looking to see this game out now as Hooper. Rio. Takes a touch, tries to get it back there. It's collected from Keogh. Chamberlain. It's still 2-1 as Broadbeach United are just piling bodies forward in the other match. Look to try to get back on level terms. Of course, a draw is not enough for Broadbeach United. They require all 3 points. Certainly now that Brisbane Strikers are 3-0 up. Here's Adoro. Adoro looking to put icing on the cake, and what a save from Chagislan. That would have been the goal of the night there as it comes out here to Adoro. Sweetly struck from the right back. Here it comes short. Here's Adoro. Adoro's still going, and he just loses possession as Chamberlain looks to try and drive forward. Nella. Beat Hooper to the ball. Rio. Here's Robertson. Higuchi. Still with Robertson. Robertson just trying to shift the play as Adoro standing relatively unmarked. A few changes being made for Brisbane Strikers, and you can see the cheers coming up as Higuchi comes off the park and he gets a rousing celebration. As Wallington comes on as well as he slowly finds his way back into the team after a long time injured. Rio looking for Thurtell. Okay, Flemington rather, as Thurtell is just a little bit further back. Into the final minute of normal time here. Brisbane Strikers have blown away Redlands United in the second half with an inspired performance from Flemington. As well, to the byline, tries to play it across, and it has gone for another corner. Whipped in with pace, and it is headed over from Hooper. To the best delivery we've seen all night. That is without a doubt there from Niori. I think we're just not able to get high enough up. One from Hooper. Here's Thurtell. Out to Doro. Niori to his right. It's a little bit short there from Aduru. Does win it back though. Just checks before playing it in. Back onto his left foot. That's a poor ball to Robertson. Robertson has it. Niori now. Have some time here if he wants to play it in. Brisbane Strikers in no hurry at all as we are into the 91st minute here as Doro miles offside. Certainly see that to the bench there having one eye on the other game. Is it still 2-1 to Sunshine Coast Wanderers with just a couple of minutes left to play. 88 minutes played in that game. The Strikers seeing if tonight is enough. Well, it is next up for Brisbane Strikers is Holland Park Hawks, but they might not need it. Brisbane Strikers are just waiting to find out if they are premiers, but they did it here in some style. When they needed some experience, it came from young Kai Flemington, the substitute, doing it for Brisbane Strikers. Full time here. It is Strikers 3, Redlands United 0. There's a wait to find out if they are the premiers.